don't know if this is even a good angle for shorts. I don't really care. For content, honestly, this is my lazy way of creating content, especially as someone who doesn't do content full time or even cares to do content full time. It's like, I don't want to have to like fake a personality in order to, for you to like me. I want people to like me for who I am. And if you don't like me, then you get the hell off my page, But if you do, come along for the ride. Or if you don't, whatever, bro. Go kick rocks, But if you do, you're probably here because you're curious about what's it like the reality of what it's like being an 18-year-old entrepreneur. Well, being an 18-year-old entrepreneur or being an 18-year-old jackass, we both have, on paper, 18 years on this earth. However, I feel like I've lived much longer than that. In the perspective of how do I say this? Like, is it even fucking metaphorically? I don't know. But, it's like, even though I've only been on this earth, on paper I was born, 2005. And I turned 19 this year in August, and it's kind of scary to say that. 19 feels very old. I think, 19 feels hella old. It almost feels like every year I have such a higher standard to have to meet. Especially for 18, I should have, no one has to fucking follow this, someone in the comments or someone watching this is gonna think I'm a scumbag. I should have $1 million in the bank cash after taxes right now. If you say cash in the bank after taxes, that's a flex. And for the jackasses, they're like, "Ew, why are you so liquid? Why don't you invest that shit?" I do where the hell I want with my money, dude. If I want to stay liquid, I stay liquid. If I don't want to stay liquid, I don't want to stay liquid. If I decide ever to invest in some crypto stuff, I have some friends that would help me with that. If I ever decide, I want to go in real estate, I have a huge network that does that, because that's primarily, one, where I started my career in, and two, I have over 1,000 people that could source me great deals, in whatever market I'd want. It's not going to be hard for me to find a good deal, with the amount of money I'd want to have. So, it's a disgusting person I can be, is to want such a large amount of material wealth. And I don't give a shit. I think it's fun. I think it's very fun to have, to one, only have that much money, but two, money doesn't really matter. What matters is me being in the game and me going through the struggles, the highs and the lows, and just everything a part of playing the game of entrepreneurship, playing the game of business. I love when there's hardship. I don't seek hardship, but when hardship happens, I'm like, this is what hard feels like. This is why there's that statistic of 90% of entrepreneurs fail. That's why there's that stat, is because of this roadblock I'm facing. Is because if this roadblock did not exist, then it would be 10% of entrepreneurs fail. And how special would that, make me? And I already know, some of you may be watching this and like, this guy's a fucking jackass. This guy wants something, that won't matter in 100 years. And I get that it won't matter. I'm not saying that, in 1,000 years from now, I'm going to be someone who's going to be remembered forever. Those someone in the fucking, thousands and thousands of years ago, that was the king of the world. He was probably a trillionaire. And no one remembers his fucking name. And neither does it matter, because the universe is billions of years old. And human civilization is only just a grain of sand in the fucking desert of time in the universe. It's like we are so insignificant to the grand universe that it really doesn't matter. So why even play this game of business? Why stress myself out? Why chase money when I know that all of it's is going to go back to the government, when all of it is just gonna go away, when all of it doesn't actually matter, even if I give it all to my kids, because they will turn, likely 90% of the time when you give handouts like that, they will turn into scumbags. A lot of times they will turn into fucking like pieces of shit. They're gonna be spoiled. I know some spoiled guys that, you know, have been spoon-fed all their life, and they don't know a thing about anything hard in life. And when they face something that's hard in life, they just kind of just fold. They literally just fold under pressure. But maybe I'm saying too much, but the reason why I play this game of business is because this is the thing I love to do. I don't have, and when someone asks me what's my hobby, I don't have a hobby. This is my hobby, is to do this, is to play the game of business. It's like before, if you asked me, you know, 3 years ago, what's my hobby, I would have told you playing fucking Call of Duty, or playing fucking Fortnite, or playing Minecraft. Yes, I played Minecraft. I was a fucking G. I was a tryhard. I was a tryhard at everything I ever did. I wanted to be the best at everything. I've always been the one who's been always grinding, who's always, whether it was Minecraft, or if it's fucking business, or if it's just whatever, I've always been that one, just grinding. And anything I do, I want to be the best. As long as I actually like it, and I feel competitive enough to where I'm like, if I actually try this, I could probably be good. And that goes with anything. I think, here he goes with another cliche quote. It's like, as long as you try at something, and you try it for long enough, and you give it all your best, you're probably gonna come out successful. As long as you're doing the right things, as long as it's like, again, like with real estate wholesale, it's like all you got to do is do 5 offers a day for 90 days straight. On top of that, 50 conversations a day for 90 days straight, and it's impossible for you not to close a deal. It's impossible. It's by the numbers impossible. It's like if you sat in a pond and you wanted to catch fish, and you sat there every single day for 90, even a month, you're gonna get a bite. You're gonna get something. It would be almost, if you didn't, you probably would be doing something terribly wrong. Maybe you have the wrong bait. Maybe you have maybe you're fishing for the wrong fish. Maybe it's like, I'm going too deep in the example, but it's like, if you sat there for long enough, you'd probably learn, on the first day, the fish were coming by, but they didn't get my bait. Okay, tomorrow let's try a different bait. Boom. They started biting, but I couldn't catch it. Okay, maybe I need to get a new rod, or maybe I need to get a higher pound line. I think that's what it's called. I fished before, but I'm not no fisherman. But it's like all these micro improvements. Sometimes it's not like you need a canyon ball to fucking fix a problem. Sometimes it's like micro BBs. It's not always, you don't always have to take this big sprint, but it's just 1,000 tiny mini BBs that go towards the problem. That's how you become world class. And that is my rant for today. Is now I'm back. I'm gonna have a nice fruit smoothie. With my fruit smoothies, I have raw kefir, colostrum. Colostrum is pretty much like the first milk that comes out of a cow. Apparently most nutritious, I don't know. And then some fruit. Usually it's like some blueberries as a base for sure, acai, and then pineapple. Really good stuff. And then probably a little milk and a little water. Of course, non-homogenized and low pasteurized milk from Keola Farms, I think, Super Farms, something like that. But I'm gonna go have that and a nice sous vide steak. There we go. That is a nice Monday right there. See you guys tomorrow.